Hi, this is Kelly from Crafty Kelly's at www.craftykelly.co.uk. Today I'm going to bring you a lovely simple card, but I'm going to show you, we're going to make 3 versions of it so we can step it up, so you can go very basic with it or you can add extra elements to it. And I'm using the Share What You Love suite. So this is one of the cards that's actually in the catalogue, but I've changed it just very slightly, and we're gonna use these elements to create this beautiful card and then step it up a bit more. So a couple of colours I'm going to be using is the Grapefruit Groove, Rich Razzleberry and Old Olive. I might not use the Rich Razzleberry to start with, but I've got the embellishment kit and some of the gems, and we've got some of the ribbon which you get in the suite, and I've got some very vanilla cardstock and some Rich Razzleberry cardstock. So I've just got some of my stamps out ready on my block from the Love What You Do stamp set, which is part of the bundle, and I've got some very vanilla cardstock. I'm going to stamp my sentiment first, and I'm going to do it in Old Olive. Now I've got a piece of scrap cardstock next to me to make sure that I can get off any if I need to. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm going to cut this out so then I know where I want to place it onto my card. Okay, so I've cut out my sentiment and I want it around, I want my flowers to go around it. So I'm going to start by stamping full strength in the Grapefruit Groove with the flowers. Now, I need some kind of indicator. You could of course use your Stamper Artists to line up yours. I'm actually going to get a small piece of washi tape . So I want this around here, and then where that would sit centrally, I'm going to pop my washi tape. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I might need to do those flowers low. I'm going to use that as a guide to where I need to stamp my image. I can obviously take the washi tape off afterwards, but it doesn't really matter if I don't, because it will be hidden by the actual sentiment.
I'm just going to make my way around. I might just grab a sticky note to put across here, just so I don't get any of the stems on the part that I've already stamped. Let's just check how we're getting on with that.
That's looking good so far. I'm going to get a couple more in here, just a little bit lower. So it looks a little bit of a mess in the centre at the moment, but that's fine because that is going to be covered by our sentiment there. Now I'm going to do the same thing for all 3 backgrounds, so I'll go ahead and do that, and come back in a second. So for the next stage, so they all look a little bit messy at the moment, but that's fine because the messy bits will be covered up. I'm going to use this kind of watercolour mark stamp. I'm going to stamp off and then use that to infill my flowers. And I'm going to do that to all of these. Now I might do like a second strength and then use the third strength. So I'm going to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I'll see you in a minute once I've done all of these. Okay, so now I've done the kind of colour and fill with stamping and stamping off. We're going to add in the leaves. I'm going to do that in the old olive. I've got a little helper with me, so if you do see a little hand pop in, you know it's little Theo's. I mean, he's holding the stamp at the moment. Are you going to show the camera? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick points and we're going to do a full strength. Then a part strength. Oh, it looks a little bit lighter on that one, so I might do a stamp off so it's not full strength. Do a light one and a lighter one. And I'm going to go around and do that for all of them. So I'll see you in a second once they're all done. So I have done all the stamping around using the green leaves as well. It does look really messy at the moment, but these bits, once I've added my sentiment, will be hidden. So the way this is going to work is I shall show you the 3 steps or 3 different ways to kind of embellish it. So to start with, this is the basic card. So I've got rich raspberry base. If I had some thick berry vanilla, I would have used thick berry vanilla. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this I'm trialling lots of different glue runners because Tombow is not Tombow, sorry, the Fast Fuse is not being continued with Stampin' Up. But I'm not massively thinking this is that. This is called Stick It, and it's glued dots, but it doesn't. It's supposed to be permanent, but I don't know if it is. Let's see how well it comes off. If it comes off. Yeah, I think that's semi-permanent. So I'm going to re-stick that down. Look how easy that comes off. Yeah, don't like that. I'm going to use some double-sided tape. This is just stuff that I get from Hobbycraft for £1. I find it's quite good to use actually, but I prefer a tape runner if I'm honest. Like I said, I'm trialling some out because I love Fast Fuse and I don't really know what I'm going to do without my Fast Fuse. I am gutted that Stampin' Up are no longer going to be carrying it in the catalogue. Although I can get refills elsewhere for Fast Fuse because it is a product from Tombow, and I believe it's called Tombow Extreme. So there we go. And then I've got some just foam roll which I'm using up, and I always use an old pair of scissors to cut any of my sticky stuff because it ruins your good scissors. Okay, so that's the first one, and that is very similar to the one that is in the catalogue. Just here, except for, like I said, it's on a very vanilla card base. But that's how they created that. But now I'm going to step it up 2 times. So I'm going to pop that one over to one side, bring in my other 2 card bases. We'll start with you first. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to do the same sentiment again, but I am going to punch it out using the 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to do it in the garden green as well. Fab. That's come out nicely. It fits perfectly in a 2-inch square, 2-inch circle. 2-inch square, what am I chatting about? And what one was it? Was it that one or that one? That was that one. So I have one that is slightly smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the circle in, but it seems a bit bare. So I'm just going to bring some of my embellishment pack in and we'll have a play. I've got an idea of what I want, but yeah, we'll pop that on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a length. That'll do. Get some double-sided tape for the back. Now, whereabouts do we want this? So I know I'm going to pop this up. So let's cut into that. I've got some dimensions. I'm just going to put some top and bottom because I want the ribbon to sit in between. And it's this velvet ribbon, which is really lovely in the rich razzleberry, is quite, because it's velvet, it's quite thick. So bear that in mind. So I want to cover up that and that. Okay, so we're going to go for out there. Stick this side down first. Only problem with double-sided tape is try and get the other end off sometimes. I'm just going to pull that through and pop that back on top for now. And that's about right. Oops. bring in a base. I think that needs to be raised up slightly. We'll pop some four there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. For the middle. Now I've got a couple of splodges that I kind of want to cover up, so I'm going to bring in some of the pearls from the same suite. I had thought about using one of these instead for the sentiment, but it's like it's a whisper white, so it's not quite the right colour, which was a bit of a shame, but oh well. That one's come away, so we'll use you. Something my friend Emma always tells me is to, with like things like dot embellishments, to always go for an odd number. So I do listen to what she says because she's very good and an artisan, so I imagine she knows what she's on about. I kind of want to cover that up a little. I like that one there. Now we'll go over here. One, two, three. So for this one, we've just added a bit of ribbon and some pearls, and instead of having the block, we've cut it out into a circle. So let's step it up once more. So I have already pre-stamped my circle, and I've also cut out a piece of rich razzleberry in the 2 1/4 circle. So we're going to add these on. And we are going to use some ribbon again. Probably in about the same place. So I'll cut off a section. There we go. And I want something more. So, play with one of you and a you. I'm going to pop one of these very cool little paper clips on there, and I'm going to pop that up. Dimensionals. thinking, I don't like it straight on, so let's do it just off. Yeah, like that, just off. So I'm just going to use some glue. I am just trialling other glues at the moment, and I got my hands on these fine tip glue pens, only because I find that Stampin' Up fine tip glue, it's too runny and I get it everywhere. So I'm just trying these glue pens, and these are from Dreamies. And I thought I would give them a go. So we'll find out if they're any good. So it's supposed to be just like a pen. So I'm just gonna, so it doesn't feel. Okay. Got to get it going. Okay, so there is glue in there. Just double checking. I've got sticky stuff on my fingers now. Oh, it's quite sticky. So it's just coming through. Aha, now we got something. Right, let's give this a go. Just wanted something that doesn't show all of the glue when you put it down. I know it dries clear, but I just wanted something. Oh, that's quite tacky, that's good. Ooh. Pop that down. There. Oh, that's really good. Really good. I got 3 of these for a tenner. I imagine that's going to last me some time. But that's really good. I've got no spillage over the side. I'm happy with that. Yeah, definitely. I think that's going to go there. Oh, something I totally forgot I was going to try was I was going to, let me see how, because I might do that sentiment again, was I was going to use this one, make a bit of a watermark, but I'm just going to stamp it off a couple of times first. If I stamp it off like 3 or 2 times, 1, 2, and then stamp. This is just a trial. Oh, I do kind of like that. I'm going to redo that one, so like that. So that's going to come off. Peel you off. Right. If I done too much damage that I haven't, that'll work. Bring this all back in. And we'll re-stamp it. Oh. I'm probably going to have to re-stamp onto some cardstock and cut it out again, but I'll try this first. 1, 2. Three. Do we think that one? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I like the watercolour effect. So let's pop a little paper clip back on. Let's pop that back on the dimensionals. And then bring our base in. I'm going to do the ribbon at the bottom this time. We'll pop you on. I don't know if I should raise you up or not. No, I'm not going to. So I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow. Because I know that this is not going to go anywhere with a bit of Tombow on it. I can just squidge it up a little bit, get it into position. Perfect. Lovely. And now the last thing I want to do is I want to add on some of these pearls. I think I'll probably stick to 3 again. I think 3 is a good number. I'll go for this one. There. I'm going for you. There. 1, 2. I think I need 1. Oh, I don't rightly know. Oh, I might use a darker one. There. Yeah. Darker and oh, I took off the sticky stuff. And go there. Yeah, that's stuck down. Brilliant. So fab, thank you for tuning in. This has been how to step up a design. So I've got the basic design here. With the one kind of layer, then I've only raised up the sentiment. This is the one that features in the catalogue, except for the rich raspberry back is not the same. They have just used very vanilla. Then to step it up one notch, I've added in some ribbon. I've cut out the sentiment in a circle punch, using the circle punch. I've added some of these lovely pearls. To step it up even more, I've used the same ribbon again. I've now used the stamp, the watercolour stamp, onto the sentiment, but stamped it off a couple of times so it's not so dark. I've added in one of these really nice little paper clips from the embellishment pack and one of the lovely doilies. I've really enjoyed doing this today, and it's been a bit of fun to do something different for me. So this is how I have stepped up this basic card several ways to give you some ideas. I absolutely love this suite and this set and everything that's in it. So I love the embellishment pack, it's given me loads of little bits, and I love the ribbon, the colours are fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Tune in again next time to see what else I've got coming up. But this has been Kelly from Crafty Kellys. If you have liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you again soon. If you do send me any messages, I do always reply, so I love to hear from people. I've got lovely ladies that I speak to across in America and in Australia, so thank you for keeping in touch. I'll chat to you again very soon. So this has been Kelly from Crafty Kellys at www.craftykelly.co.uk. See ya! Are you stamping for Mummy? Thank you, darling.